Hello. 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 Yeah, please. Let's get ready to take our seats. The dignitaries are almost ready. So please, there will be more time for the dancing. So please move to your seat. Please go to your seat. Please go to your seat. Thank you. Please, let's take our seat. Let's do our seat. The dignitaries are ready. They will be entering very soon. Please get into your seats. Thank you. Tango West, thank you very much. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you. Please take your seat. Please, shall we rise and welcome the dignitaries? Please, shall we rise? Please, let's rise and welcome the President of the Republic of Ghana and then entourage. Let us welcome the President of the Republic of Ghana and then entourage. Let's clap for our President. The President of the Republic of Ghana is with us. Oh, please clap. Nsembo. Thank you. We will keep standing. The military band will sound the anthem for us. Thank you very much. Please, let's take our seats. Thank you very much. Honorable members, at this point, we are going to invite the Reverend Mrs. Hannah Ojengma Boche, former National Treasurer of the Association, to give us the opening prayer. Please, let's give it to her as she comes. The former treasurer of the Ghana National Association of Teachers, Reverend Mrs. Hannah Ojengma Boche.
Captains of his dry host, and please be outstanding in your humility. All for who sing the land above, beneath thy shadow be above, I the land of thy protecting love. strength, thy grace our rule, thy word, our word, the glory of the Lord. Please shall we pray? Our Lord and Master, we thank and we bless you, we appreciate you for the gift of life and for how far you brought us. We thank you for bringing us on the eagle wings to this very important program. We thank you for the leadership of this nation, where you brought them and where we are taking them. We say, may your name be glorified. We thank you for the leadership of NAT. And we know that, Father, you have a purpose for this union. Let your name be glorified. Daddy, we are gathered here for a purpose. We invite your presence to be with us, because without you we cannot do anything. Therefore, we know you already sit high and you are looking up on us. We say, let your name be glorified. Therefore, do we commit every aspect of the program into your care. Be present, Holy Spirit, and take us through. At the end of the day, we shall give you glory, honor, and adoration, because we trust in you that you have done it already. In the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. And also I say a big amen.
Amen.
So,
yay! Thank you very much, Reverend. Please let's be upstanding as we take the teacher's song of dedication.
Thank you very much. Let's take our seat. Let's take our seat. We are grateful to God for this wonderful occasion. We are going to be your MCs for the day. My name is Dr. Nicholas Taylor, NAT Headquarters Accra, and I'll be doing this with...
My name is Elsie Dorsey-Deshen, also at the NAT Headquarters Accra.
3 of our people will be doing the sign language interpretation for us. Janet August, we have Kate Abuaji Ofosohene, and then Benjamin does it. Let's clap for them. Let's clap for them. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Honorable members, at this point, we would want to know the people on the high table first before we come to the other members. The chair for this occasion carefully selected someone we call our father as far as the NAT is concerned, because we know what he has done for the association. If we talk about Teachers Fund today, it was his brainchild. And currently, oh, please clap. Even before the name comes, you clap. And yesterday, I believe all of us were with him, and we know the plans he still has for the association. Despite the age, he is always willing and prepared to support the Ghana National Association of Teachers. So if we are having our conference, I think we may not have any other person to chair than our own OHENE Kwame Pianim, a great economist. Papa, we are very grateful. We are very grateful to you, and we thank you very much for coming. We still have members on the high table. I will finish with them before the acceptance speech will come. And I will start from my immediate left here. We have the Deputy Minister for Education, Dr. Clement Apak, who is also the MP for Busa South. Honorable, you are welcome. We have our man. As for text message, if you have not received a text message from this man, it means you are not a NAT member. And he will go every length to make sure that the problems are solved. If you don't solve it, you cannot sleep. Our own General Secretary of NAT, Mr. Thomas Tanko Musa. We have the minister in charge of our sector. A wonderful man. The Minister for Education, Honorable Haruna Idrisu, MP for Tamale South, also here with us. In fact, where we are, I will jump. The man, I will jump and go before I come back. Let me go far end. We have Dr. Kwabena Frimpong Boateng, Professor Frimpong Boateng, one of the greatest surgeons we have in this country. We know his exploits, and he is also prepared to assist us with our health and mutual health scheme, and that is why he's here. Prof, you are welcome. There are two presidents on the seat. One I will introduce, one I cannot introduce. We have the president of the Ghana National Association of Teachers, Reverend Isaac Owusu. Thank you very much, honorable members. With this, we are going to take the chairman's acceptance speech. Then we'll come and introduce the array of dignitaries we have invited this morning. So, with your permission, I invite to this podium the Venerable Kwame Pianim. Papa, you are welcome.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces and Security Services. Let me say how happy and grateful we are to see you here. As you saw, Mr. President, the Teachers' Anthem was well supported by the music than our national anthem. If I were you, Mr. President, I'd be worried. A time will come when you call Mr. Musa, you'll be talking about your problems with unions, because it's fast becoming, the teachers are fast becoming employers. So if you hear a union striking against somebody, don't think it is you. It may be the Teachers' Fund. I'm very grateful and honored by the teachers, Ghana National Association of Teachers, for giving me the honor of chairing this. I thought the national president of NAT was here. He should have been here to welcome us for the opening session. But I thank you very much for paying respect to my age and making me chair for this occasion. The theme the teachers have selected for this 54th anniversary Delegates Conference, as you notice, is education, development, and then building the profession and the unions. Everybody knows and is now accepted that education is what drives and powers national progress. After all, it is human capital that drives things. I've always said that when we say Ghana, we are rich, there's a lot of gold and so forth. The monkeys were sitting on it before we came, but they didn't know what to do with it. And education is very important. And I always say that in this world, when a teacher stretches out a hand to a little child, the whole world, the nation becomes richer and safer, because that child's God-given talents will be strengthened and hold in for development for the country. Mr. President, I'm happy and grateful you are here. That whenever the teachers call you, you don't send just anybody. Some people will not even send the Minister for Education. They will send somebody else. But I don't want to praise you too much, because the way we started with Choboy, and then everybody cheering, in my party, we don't say Choboy. We say something else. And I don't want us to lose the support of some of the teachers. The way you are going now, you take about 80% of the teachers' vote, and we don't want that. Honorable Minister for Education, and through you, honorable ministers who have accompanied the President, chief executives, and of course, let me pay respect also and acknowledge the current president of NAT, and I see NAT is always interesting. There are formidable women, always, either as vice chairs or as vice presidents or presidents. And Madam Philippa Larson is here. She was dancing enthusiastically. And through you, to all the former president, Madam Baden, and through you, the indefatigable General Secretary. I call him Thomas Abebio. He's a reincarnation of T.A. Bediako. Madam Irina Danusa, Paul Osemensa. Paul was more of a general than a secretary. And I'm happy that you've made good progress. Whenever the teachers say they will do something, they do it. But for the macroeconomic instability in Ghana, the teachers fund would have been about a $2 billion fund. Clap for yourself, you did it. Mr. President, they started this Cancer Foundation, and Professor Frimpong Boateng is helping us to extend to a cardiothoracic unit and a renal or kidney disease section. And the idea is to have it here in Accra, but soon also the intention is to go to all the 10 regions of Ghana to have diagnostic satellites there. And I'm happy and grateful you are here, Mr. President, because in my village they say that Ufrudua pa ena epianwo. If you climb a good tree, then you deserve a helping hand. And that's why whatever the teachers said, they say they will do, they will do. I was just reminded that about a few decades ago when I was young, bright, and very smart, I met the teachers at a conference like this, and I said, "You are very rich but poor." And they said, "What do you mean?" And I said, "You ask any woman, when you take a broom, one stick, you can break it. When you add 5, it's difficult to break. You have about 200,000, now 260,000 members. If you put aside 1 cedi a month, you grow into a big fund." And Mr. President, they did it. And I'm sure the Heart Foundation will be globally second to none. Because in my concluding remarks, I'll be asking you for only 3 things, Mr. President. There's a 4th thing I will not ask you for. Even though Thomas is very keen on it to say, ask the president to help us with housing. I said, no, we didn't help you with housing. Why would I let the president help you with housing? So I'll tell the president, Mr. President, Mr. President, whatever you do, if you help the teachers with housing and put my party to shame, our friendship will break. The Cancer Center of the Ghana National Association of Teachers is going to be globally first class and globally second to none. Not the best in Africa, not the best in West Africa, but globally second to none. Let me end my introductory things by telling you about a Nigerian who went to India first for prostate cancer. Didn't work. He went to Germany, where the doctors are the best. Didn't work. Went to the US. They couldn't find it all. He came here. We have a PET scan machine. The germs were not only in the prostate, they are developed into the hips. The PET scan identified that, and he was cured. I know you teachers, when you say it, you do it. And Mr. President, if you think you are governing a difficult country, then you haven't seen the people who manage the teachers. Teachers are all pocket lawyers. And if you talk to their leadership, they keep insulting them. So to be a leader of NAT, you have to have thick skin. Thank you very much for giving me the honor of chairing. I accept it, and we go.
Oh, please, let's give him a louder applause. Louder, 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 louder.
This.
Louder, 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 louder. Thank you very much, our Father. Thank you very much, our Father. for that wonderful message. Please, let's resume our seat. Honorable members, we have a lot of people here we need to introduce so we can know those who are here. I will start from the national officers of the association. Apart from the president that has been introduced already, we have the vice president of the Ghana National Association of Teachers in the person of Madam Lucy Amanda Asamoah, the national treasurer, Mr. Ransford Insialoli, Kofi Insialoli. We have the first national trustee in the Nana Owusu, John Nana Owusu. We have the second national trustee, Mami Mercy Nabia Sagbel. We have the deputy general secretary in charge of administration and labor relations, Mr. Daniel Afedu. Deputy General Secretary in charge of education and professional development, Mr. Amadou Barman Senior Moses. We have former past president of the association. We have Mr. Paul Ejebwachi is here. Mr. Paul Apanga is also here. Mr. Joseph Kweku Eje is here with us. Mr. Alexander Mausi Bwedi is also here. Mama Philippa Larson is also here with us. Former general secretaries here, we have Mr. MVVK Demeyan here with us. We also have Mama Irene Duncan Adanusa also here with us. We have other dignitaries. We have Dr. Yauba, former Secretary General of the Trade Union Congress, is here with us. Dr. Linus with us. Dr. Linus, more or less the physician of NAT. Dr. Linus is also here with us. Reverend Professor Emmanuel Adu Obin, the president of NAT Iris, NAT University. He is here with us. We have Dr. E.O. Ejanim Boateng, the registrar of NAT Iris. We have Mr. Afran Sam Felix, a former accountant with the headquarters of the association. We have Mama Gifty Apambel, body present, touch one, touch all. He is here. Mama Gifty, former deputy general secretary, is here. Mr. Awatwe Nkansa, former deputy general secretary, also here. We have Mr. Shaibu Wilberforce, also former vice president of NAT. We have Mr. Afalebik Ababu is also here with us. Then we have Reverend Mrs. Hannah Ojemagboche, former treasurer of the association. We have Mr. Francis A. Avonsije, the former vice president of NAT. We have Dr. Victor de Graft Etterson, former second national trustee of the association. We have Mama Paulina Nyanka, former second national trustee of the association. We have Mama Abena Jamra, former first national trustee. We have Mr. Asari George Yama, former Teachers Fund board chairman. Waga. Three more. We have Dr. Christian Adai Poku, registrar, the National Teaching Council. Dr. Benis Welbeck is also here, acting executive secretary of the Labor Commission. We have Mama Rini Senyon Kwamiko, also deputy general secretary Nagrat. And then we have Kwame Oforiata, former deputy general secretary. Honorable members who introduce others as the program go on. But we have some international delegates in our midst. We want to get them and then we'll continue with the program. Madam, let the international
come. To continue with the program, let's give our hands together for our comrades from Uganda. Tumuhimbisi Zadok, the national chairman. Also from Uganda, Bagwabuma Philbert Bats, General Secretary. Let's also welcome Sally John, National Treasurer. Also from Uganda, Namata Winnie, Communication Manager. And then from Uganda again, Mogisha Diane, Personal Secretary. Please, let's also put our hands together for Senator Dominic D. M. Swa, General Secretary, Head of Secretariat, National Teachers Association of Liberia, Republic of Liberia. Then again, we have Sir Maurice Saliu Kunta, General Secretary of Sierra Leone Teachers Association. Comrades, you're welcome. We'll take a musical interlude from the choir, then we'll continue. Thank you very much.
Wonderful rendition. Thank you very much. Let's clap for them. Honorable members, it is time to take a statement from the President of the Ghana National Association of Teachers, and we invite Reverend Isaac Owusu to make a statement that will continue. Reverend, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, Chair. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Mr. John Dramani Mahama, a.k.a. John Abebiu. Your Excellency, Happy New Year. Your Excellency, Happy New Year. The Honorable Minister for Education, Honorable Haruna Idrisu, and your Deputy, Dr. Clement Apak, Members of Parliament herein present, Ministers of State, our past and present national officers and national executive herein gathered, our past and present senior staff of NAT, the General Secretary and your top management, the National Council as the convener of this very important conference, delegates and observers, our invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends from the media, all protocol duly observed. Chairman, it is with immense gratitude and responsibility that I, Reverend Isaac Owusu, stand before you today as the leader and the national president of the single largest union in Ghana, which is the Ghana National Association of Teachers, NAT. Chairman, we have gathered here united by our shared commitment to excellence in education and the betterment of teaching conditions across our beloved nation. Your Excellency, first and foremost, I would like to acknowledge the commendable efforts your government through the Ministry of Education in supporting the education sector. The recent initiative aimed at improving infrastructure in our schools, the plans to recruit over 50,000 teachers this year, your commitment in making sure that the Teacher Dabre accommodation project for teachers in Ghana comes to fruition. Your Excellency, your quest to bring back tax waivers on vehicles and motorbikes for teachers in Ghana. Your Excellency, your readiness to implement the deprived area allowance for teachers in Ghana this year, 2026. Your Excellency, we equally appreciate your directive to allow teachers who are on the rank of deputy director for the past 10 years or more, who were stagnated, to be given automatic promotion to the rank of Director 2 and Director 2 to Director 1, respectively. We are grateful. Your Excellency, Chair, we recognize these strides and we appreciate the thought and resources being invested in our future. Your Excellency, however, New Year message for you. As we celebrate these achievements, Your Excellency, we must not shy away from confronting the present challenges that continue to hinder our progress. The dedication of our teachers is unparalleled, yet they remain the backbone of the system and often underappreciated and overburdened. We face an ongoing crisis regarding the condition of service where many teachers struggle with inadequate salaries that do not reflect their hard work and dedication. Chairman, Your Excellency, it is incumbent upon us to address these issues head on. Your Excellency, we therefore demand the following. 1. Your Excellency, you are with me, don't worry. Your Excellency, we therefore demand the following. 1. An immediate review of the single spine pay policy. Your Excellency, an immediate review of the single spine pay policy within this year to reflect your government resetting agenda. We are resetting Ghana, and so the pay policy must reflect the resetting agenda. It is essential that we advocate for improved salaries and benefits that recognize critical role teachers play in shaping our society. A well-motivated teacher, Your Excellency, is more motivated, and this directly translates into better learning outcomes for our students. Number 2, Chair, Your Excellency, an urgent need for a dedicated funding for public basic education in Ghana. Chairman, Your Excellency, quality education is not possible without adequate funding. Thus, funding of public education should be guaranteed at all the levels of our educational system. Your Excellency, 3, urgent need for pensions reform. Your Excellency, the current state of the 3-tier pension scheme is making the Ghanaian workers worse off, consequently resulting in premature death of pensioners and hence the tag Kofi pension. Chairman, Your Excellency, a teacher who works for over 40 years cannot boast of even 500,000 Ghana cedis as his or her lump sum, which is not good. Number 4, Your Excellency, there is a need for urgent need on the part of the employer to make the workplace of teachers safe and secure. Your Excellency, of late, teachers' risk of being attacked and assaulted by individuals or group of persons, including the student in the community. And recent example, Your Excellency, a recent example is the shooting incident that occurred in the Garu district of the Upper East region. Your Excellency, the late Yaya Bukari was a teacher and a NAT member who was a district treasurer of the good people of Garu district and was shot dead in line of duty. Your Excellency, but for the intervention of this teacher, a lot of school children could have been killed. Because when these unknown men were shooting, the children were break time and they were playing. So this innocent teacher rallied the children to get into the classroom. And unfortunately, he died this painful death. But until today, we have not heard anything from the employer. Your Excellency, with the greatest of respect, we have all the 16 regions, they are representative here. If for nothing at all, this one, Yaya Bukari left a wife and 4 children. He died in line of duty. Today, let's break protocol and make a declaration when it gets your time. Because this is the biggest platform in Ghana. Your Excellency, again, a teacher was seen on a social media being beaten by his own student at Kede SHS in the Eastern region. What was the reason? For not allowing them to cheat during examination. And Your Excellency, we, the largest teacher union, even though this is not conference, but we are speaking for and on behalf of every single teacher in Ghana. And we are declaring that this year, 2026, we are declaring a zero tolerance for teacher assault and brutality. Should any individual or a group of people attack any teacher in Ghana without any cause, we shall invoke the spirit and solidarity of touch one, touch all. Touch one, touch one. And I am happy our Secretary General, both current and current former, are here. Brother Joshua Sa and Brother Dr. Yauba, we can't sit down for individual to take the life of teachers for granted. If it happens at any local, all teachers there, please, let's rally behind the said victim. And if we have to close down the schools, we'll close down the schools. In conclusion, Mr. Chairman, Your Excellency, NAT as a corporate organization has contributed to the national discourse and growth and made our voices heard as I'm speaking currently. You are hearing my voice on educational, social, and economic issues in the country. Again, and finally, in championing the socio-economic welfare of our members, Your Excellency and Chair, the association owns the following entity in the country. 1, the Teachers Fund of NAT and its subsidiaries. 2, the Sweden Ghana Medical Center for Cancer Treatment. 3, the Tier 3 NAT Provident Fund. 4, the NAT Institute for Research and Industrial Relations Studies. I don't know any union that has established a university within the sub-regions. NAT has established a university. 5, hostels in all the 10 NAT regions of Ghana. And here I must acknowledge both past and present officers for the two political, for the two arm, administrative and the political arm. At this moment, can we rise, all past officers, all past staff, and present officers and past, let's rise to acknowledge, because it is through your effort that NAT is owing all this institute. Shall we give it to them? Put your hands for them. Put your hands for them. We acknowledge your effort, and we want to assure you that we will add on. The next generation will also add on, and NAT will still remain a vibrant union in the 21st century. Thank you very much. Finally, conference, together we strive for a system that reflects our values, uplift our members, and secure a brighter future for us all. On this note, I thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, madam. Let's go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. On that Choboy notes, we've come to a very critical point of our conference, and I am highly honored to introduce our keynote speaker for today. Our keynote speaker for today happens to be my lecturer when I was way back in UCC doing my master's. He's a professor in educational leadership at the Institute for Educational Planning and Administration, IEPA, UNESCO Category 2 Center of Excellence at the University of Cape Coast, Ghana. Our keynote address speaker holds a PhD and MPhil in education from the University of Cambridge, UK. He has BEd, University of Education, University of Cape Coast, Ghana, professional certificates from institutions in Israel and Australia. He's gone higher, but he began from somewhere. He began at UCC in 1995, became professor in 2027. He served as director of IEPA from the year 2017, sorry, I beg your pardon. He served as director of IEPA from the year 2008 to 2012. He is a former dean of the School of Educational Development and Outreach, SEDO, at UCC. He's also the former pro-vice chancellor of...
I think it's all right. Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, Your Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, Honorable Minister for Education and MP for Tamale South, Haruna Idrisu, Honorable Deputy Minister Clement Apak, MP for Busa South. With your permission, I'd want to stand on all other previously acknowledged protocols. I'm honored to join the 7th Quadrennial and 54th National Delegates Conference of NAT. And I thank the NAT President, General Secretary, and the conference organizers for inviting me to deliver the keynote address on the theme, Education and Development, GES at 50, reflecting, reviewing, revising, and growing the profession and the unions. While I'm gratified by this opportunity, I must confess that I am a bit intimidated to be sharing the stage with His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama and my boss, the Honorable Minister for Education, Haruna Idrisu, under the chairmanship of the Venerable Mr. Kwame Pienim. Nonetheless, I'm committed to fulfilling this responsibility to the best of my ability. Your Excellency, I respectfully seek your blessing to proceed with my address. Mr. Chairman, while I prepared my speech, I kept asking myself, why not should dedicate the 7th Quadrennial and 54th National Delegates Conference to GES at 50? After moments of reflection and engagement with some stakeholders, I concluded that the dedication demonstrates NAT's recognition of the pivotal role the Ghana Education Service has played as a partner in implementing educational policies and promoting teacher professionalism over the past 50 years. It signifies NAT's acknowledgement of the indispensable partnerships role of GES in the process of growing the teacher as a professional. To simplify my conclusion, I generated a mathematical equation. E plus S equals A, where E represents efficient GES operations, S represents strong collaboration with NAT's professional welfare activities, and A represents the assurance of a professionally dedicated teacher in the classroom. Thus, without an efficient GES strongly linked to a committed working partnership with teacher unions, in this case NAT, the teacher's motivation and professional commitment level in the classroom will suffer. Professor Chair, as we celebrate the 50th milestone of the Ghana Education Service, therefore, let us think through how our education has shaped and continues to shape the trajectory of our national development. Let's also interrogate the very structures, systems, and philosophies that have guided the GES through the half-century of existence. Historically, successive governments have, in various forms and through varied levels of investment, affirmed education as a fulcrum for national reconstruction, character formation, and socioeconomic emancipation. And I strongly believe that it is the prospects associated with education that motivated our premier president, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, to declare that the black man was capable of managing his own affairs. Leveraging on this black man capability principle, President Nkrumah's educational policy sought to answer one question: what new thing can we introduce in education to ensure that a graduate thinks as a Ghanaian, works in the interest of Ghana, and places Ghana first in his or her relations with the West? I think this question is still very relevant today as we reflect on education within the context of development. From the Accelerated Development Plan of 1951 through the Education Act of 1961, the 1966 Kwapon Committee's recommendation, which sought to restructure the educational system, emphasizing quality and relevance to the country's economic growth, the 1970 Alote Konwest Education Review Committee's initiative towards the replacement of GCE, O, and A levels with a junior and senior secondary school concept, centralization of our educational system, the 1974 Jobo Committee's new structure and content of education, which consolidated the JSS-SSS concept with emphasis on domesticated practical component of our educational system, characterized by school farms and gardens under the government's Operation Feed Yourself flagship policy, the 1987 Evans Anfum Education Commission report on basic and secondary education, which operationalized the Alote Konria and Jobo Committee's JSS program, the 2008 Anamwa Mensa Committee's report, which led to the renaming of the junior secondary school as junior high school and senior secondary school as senior high school, and the integration of kindergarten into the basic education structure, the NDC government's 2014 implementation of a progressively free SHS education under a World Bank-sponsored secondary education improvement program, the NPP government's 2017 introduction of a wholesome wholesale free SHS program characterized by a double-track system, and the 2025 ODRO Committee's report leading to government's prioritization of foundational learning and dedicated funding source for SHS within the context of digital-driven quality teaching and learning, it is clear that as a country, we have since independence positioned school education as the main vehicle for modernization and development. Indeed, a nation's greatness is measured not merely by its mineral wealth, but by the quality of its educated populace. It is equally true that our educational journey has not been linear. The noble aspirations of access, equity, and quality have often been frustrated by economic constraints, partisan interference, systemic inefficiencies, resulting in inadequate infrastructure, both physical and digital, insufficient teaching personnel, particularly qualified teachers in science, mathematics, and Ghanaian language subjects, and limited access to teaching and learning materials. The historical account of our education journey over the past 50 years is therefore a narrative of both triumph and turbulence, a mosaic of policy brilliance interspersed with implementation lapses. Mr. Chairman, it is within this checkered historical context that the Ghana Education Service emerged. Established in 1964 under the National Redemption Council Decree 247 and later strengthened by amendments including NRCD 252357 and SMCD 63, GES was conceived as the central body responsible for managing and implementing all pre-tertiary education policies in the country. With the advent of the Fourth Republic constitutional governance, the legal framework of GES was further modernized through the Education Service Act of 1995, Act 506, and subsequently the Education Act of 2008, Act 778, which reinforced the mandate of GES and clarified its relationship with the Ministry of Education. As we commemorate the Golden Jubilee of GES today, NAT has every justification to celebrate the service because the two bodies share a symbiotic relationship. Both were born out of the same national desire to dignify the teaching profession and safeguard the integrity of educational delivery. If over the years, GES has provided the structural framework for policy execution, NAT has provided the moral and professional conscience of the teaching community. It is worth emphasizing, Mr. Chairman, that the pivot around which the NAT-GES partnership revolves is the teacher, because it all starts with the teacher. Indeed, as the Honorable Minister for Education, Haruna Idrisu, consistently articulates, a good student is a reflection of the teacher's quality. Therefore, celebrating GES at 50 is not merely about recognizing the institution's longevity, it is about acknowledging the beautiful, long-lasting partnership between GES and the teacher, between governance and pedagogy, between structure and values. Mr. Chairman, distinguished delegates, while celebration is an essential aspect of institutional maturity, it will be incomplete to commemorate 50 years of GES survival without acknowledging the shadows that have attempted to dim its light. There is no doubt that the 50 years journey of GES has been full of thorns characterized by socioeconomic challenges, competitor disruptive exploits, internal, factional, undermining ploys, and many other hope-damping experiences. One major challenge that emerged from stakeholder engagements prior to 2024 elections and during the 2025 National Education Forum, as well as evidence from the Institute for Education Studies, IFEST, and Africa Education Watch relates to micromanagement and interference from the Ministry of Education. In a May 2022 press release, for example, IFEST observed that even though the mandate of the GES makes it practically impossible for any decision or policy to take place at a pre-tertiary level without input from the service, there have been tactical attempts by the Ministry of Education to weaken the GES and render it redundant in matters of policy implementation. The Institute cited implementation decisions relating to the mode of conducting the national standard test, strategies for addressing the erratic school calendar, recruiting heads for newly completed STEM schools, and Gallup teacher training programs as examples of activities where the ministry juggled the role of policy formulation and implementation by sidelining or compelling GES to act after the ministry had carried out implementation. I am sure you recall the Gallup brouhaha between the then Minister for Education, Dr. Yao Oseduchum, and the Director of GES, Professor Opoku Amankwa. Correspondence evidence from the World Bank, the GES, and press statements from the ministry suggest strongly that the GES, which is mandated to undertake such teacher training exercises, was sidelined in the entire process. To IFEST, that Gallup controversy exemplifies the extent to which the Ministry of Education was gradually taking over mandated tasks of GES. Unchecked, Mr. Chairman, this role juggling and role sidelining trend of the Ministry of Education would end up making the GES a ceremonial policy implementation agency and undermine its professional role in partnering teacher unions towards enhancing quality teaching and learning. In this light, Your Excellency, I highly commend the Honorable Minister Haruna Idrisu for the relentless efforts he's making to reverse the GES road sidelining trend, particularly regarding free SHS implementation decisions. Mr. Chairman, related to the road juggling and road sidelining challenge is the more worrying and gradually entrenching culture of partisan influence on staff transfers and appointments, which undermines merit-indexed human resource management, particularly at the regional directorate levels. This partisan trend, in my view, escalated between 2017 and 2024, culminating in the appointment of a banking professional without an education background as Director General of the GES. There is no doubt that this unprecedented decision was a significant setback for teacher professionalism. It is gratifying, though, that His Excellency John Dramani Mahame's government, through my hard-working Minister for Education, Haruna Idrisu, has reversed the trend by appointing a professional mathematics educator as Director General. Another challenge which emerged as a major concern for stakeholders at the 2025 National Stakeholder Forum is the re-centralization of teacher recruitment. Reversal to a decentralized teacher recruitment model managed by district directorates under an efficient centralized monitoring system was highly recommended. Decentralizing teacher recruitment, according to the stakeholders, will boost equity, accountability, efficient teacher utilization, and teacher retention, particularly in rural contexts. Attempts by government to decentralize teacher recruitment for efficiency and local relevance has, however, generated debates, with critics arguing that a decentralized recruitment model could entrench corruption at the district directorate level. This is one issue that, Mr. Chairman, I strongly urge delegates to critically interrogate, because research is replete with evidence that show that an efficient decentralized management system has a stronger impact on institutional and professional performance than a centralized performance management. If the fear of entrenched corrupt practices is the only reason for shooting down decentralized recruitment of teachers, then, Mr. Chairman, I argue strongly that decentralized corrupt practice is far better than centralized corrupt practice, because with efficient control mechanisms, decentralized corruption can be controlled. Lastly, Mr. Chairman, I wish to urge stakeholders to support the service as it provides an essential buffer between politics and pedagogy. By maintaining a professional administrative core distinct from political office holders, GES helps preserve a measure of stability in the education sector. Let's be reminded that when governance change, policies may shift, but the classrooms continue to function because GES technocrats maintain institutional continuity. I further urge teacher unions, particularly NAT, to strengthen their partnership with GES as it journeys towards the next 50 years, 2026 to 2076. While disagreements are inevitable, this service provides the official interface through which teachers' concerns are addressed and welfare policies negotiated. Without GES, dialogue between the government and the teaching profession would lose its institutional anchor, creating a vacuum that could endanger educational stability. In conclusion, let us remember that institutions, no matter how strong, are only as strong as the vision and integrity of the people who lead them. The survival of GES into the next half-century will therefore depend on whether we, as educators, administrators, policymakers, and citizens, choose resilience over complacency and innovation over inertia. Let this conference not end as another ceremonial gathering of well-crafted speeches and polite applause. Let it mark the beginning of a renaissance in Ghanaian education, a collective awakening that positions GES as a catalyst for national development, not as the conscience of the profession, and the teacher as the cornerstone of value-driven education. For in the classroom lies the future of our republic. May God bless our teachers, our schools, and our beloved Ghana. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please, let's give it up to him, Prof. We are grateful. We are grateful. Thank you very much. Please, let's take our seats. We are moving very fast. Before the President of the Nation speaks, we want the TUC to speak for organized labor. 2 minutes and we are done. Papa, let's welcome the Chobwe man. Let's welcome the Chobwe man. Uncle Joshua. Comrade Joshua is here. Please, let's clap for him. Thank you very much. Honorable.
So let me.
Chobwe. Boy.
Thank you very much. I've been cautioned that I shouldn't speak for more than 1 minute. So, Mr. President, Brother Chairman, permit me to stand on existing protocol. I'm here on behalf of all Ghanaian workers. And on their behalf and my own behalf, I wish to congratulate NAT for this very important occasion. From our chair, he said, teachers today, and I know they will do it. So I want to assure each and every person in this room that the Trade Union Congress, and for that matter, organized labor in this country, will support any action that will be taken by NAT and teachers in this country when a teacher is assaulted. I repeat, the Trade Union Congress of Ghana and workers of this country and organized labor will support and solidarize with NAT if any teacher is assaulted in this country. And I want to end my speech or my remark by saying, giving you a quote, which says that, seek ye the welfare of teachers first, and all other things shall be added unto you. So, way!
Now we welcome the General Secretary of NAT. Mr. You are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Chair, I think time is running against us, so I quickly want to go straight to the issue. Please, I hope you can hear me. Hello, please, I hope you can hear me now. So thank you very much. Honorable Haruna Idrisu, please let me invite you so that you come and walk us through the next assignment that we have to do. Oh, employment. Honorable Rashid Pepo, please, you are welcome. You are welcome. Yes, please. Please. We are in New Year. You are our minister. The employment sector. Let's hear you. Who knows? Something might change. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The special guest of honor, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, colleague, Honorable Minister for Education, very distinguished minister. Let me just recognize everybody present here and the existing protocol and say it's a great honor and a pleasure to grace this very important occasion, which is the 7th quadrennial and 54th National Congress of the Ghana National Association of Teachers. Indeed, I'm happy to be in the company of the biggest teachers union in the country and collectively to transform education for the better. Indeed, on such a very special occasion, I deem it appropriate as a Minister for Labor, Jobs and Employment to join the previous speakers to express my heartfelt gratitude to you for the hard work, selflessness, and dedication to the teaching profession. Despite the challenges confronting us all, and especially confronting the education service, which I believe you have acknowledged as generally occasioned by situations that we cannot generally avoid. I'm here to, first of all, encourage you to keep being dedicated to your work, which you have been all this while, and also to say that teachers have acknowledged, and we have all acknowledged, are very central to the development of this country. And at all times, we do appreciate all the efforts you have made to push the child to the level where he can be relied on as somebody who will inherit this nation and push the frontiers of development forward. Mr. President, the role of NAT and teachers in general towards quality education in Ghana is unmatched. And despite the situation we face, we do still acknowledge that in giving you all the support and acknowledging the fact that the education policy at this juncture, as defined by the party led by the president, articulated very well by the minister, is very positive. All over the world, quality education is recognized as a key contributor to socio-economic development, which constitutes the bedrock of economic transformation. Ghana's government presently will resolve to improve education outcomes, and it's reflected in the budget. As time goes on, you will finally see exactly what I'm talking about. There's a huge commitment to address the challenges of education, and let me assure the president of NATS who came here to speak to say that there will be no need for you to lay down your chalk. There will be huge commitment to supporting you. You have a listening government, and you have listening ministers. And I wish to express and reiterate the government appreciates your diverse roles and immense contribution to the education sector, the world of work, and the economy as a whole. Without teachers, we all do acknowledge that there will be no education of our population, and none of us would have been where we are today. I also acknowledge the remarks made by my former classmates who contested me, or who I contested when we were in the university, and unfortunately he beat me at the SRC elections. But we are back together fighting for education to ensure that we, having had situations to understand what education is, are committed to working together to make sure we change circumstances to improve the lives of our people. So we appreciate, as a government, every single effort and sacrifice you put into your work to ensure that the quality teaching and learning is not compromised. On occasions like this, we can only encourage you to continue to deliver the best for the country as we work collectively to transform education for our common and collective good. Mr. President, thank you very much for being part of this very important meeting, and I thank you all for your attention. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much for honoring this. God bless you. So, Honorable Haruna Idrisu, please, we are waiting for you. Kindly take over and introduce His Excellency, then we take it. So we are in your hands.
Your Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama, and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, let me acknowledge Opening Kwame Pienem, Chairman, and the man whose death has brought a future security guarantee to our teachers at NAT. I acknowledge you. I've always said that any president ignores Kwame's advice at his own peril. So for President John Dramani Mahama, Opening Kwame, be assured, he has a listening ear, and all your hard and difficult things for the good of our country, feel free to share with him. It will necessarily become part of his research agenda. And to Ghana's eminent cardiologist, Dr. Frimpong Boateng, President Mahama and myself were also aware of your deep thoughts on Galamsey. Feel free to share with President Mahama what. Unlike the previous government, where your recommendations were dismissed in limine, this time it will be tolerated and accommodated to help the present research and succeed in an effort in fighting Galamsey to protect our water bodies and improve the quality of the air that we breathe. President of NAT, Reverend, thanks for those warm words. General Secretary Musa. You know, my task this morning is a simple one. Once you've heard the keynote from the minister's technical advisor, he would have advised me to speak on those matters. So he makes my work very easy. To come and introduce our special guest of honor and how lucky you are today. I'm sure President Excellency John Dramani Mahama is beginning his new year in earnest, joining you today at this NAT conference to discuss education and development, the GES 50, reflecting, reviewing, revising, and growing the profession. If I had my way, I would have reviewed the team and borrowed President Mohammed's reset after reflecting and reviewing, then reset and growing the profession and the unions. But since I do not have your permission to do that, let me assure you that Excellency John Dramani Mahama will reset pensions with a revision of Act 766 to respond to some of the institutional and administrative challenges confronting its implementation and to improve, if he can, what will become the lump sum in order to guarantee post-retirement security. You know, NAT President, when you started your Choboi, one of the unique features of President John Dramani Mahama is his incredible mental acuity. The president turned and said, Harun, now he's in a Choboi labor. He's now in the Choboi labor mood. So the president recognizes when you want to send strong messages, when you use the words, we demand. The president heard you very well, we demand. So since I do not intend to make a formal remark, just to assure you that the outcome of the West African Senior Secondary Certificate exam was worrying and of concern to the President, the Ministry of Education, and to all of you. So let me now address you as brothers and sisters and to challenge you that the outcome of WASI, does that reflect the quality of our teachers or the quality of our teaching? How can we improve the performance of our students? But I'm reliably and adequately informed that much of the crisis of the poor performance had to do with the application of knowledge to real life situations, interpreting information critically, reasoning through unfamiliar problems, and express ideas clearly and coherently. So much of the difficulty had to do with students' understanding of matters relating to application, not to blame Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the Ministry of Education for the poor performance of our students. All of us should not lose sight of the lack of adequate contact hours between teachers and students arising out of the introduction of the double track system and its consequences generally on the quality of provision of secondary education. Now it's my honor and pleasure to introduce to you the fine gentleman of our republic who is resetting Ghana not only in the enterprise of the economy, at least Uncle Kwame, the John Mahama economists, whatever it is in terms of price stability, inflation, macroeconomics, and even GDP, is better than the previous. On that note, I have the singular honor and privilege to introduce to you the President of the Republic, President John Dramani Mahama, to address NAT's 50th Quadrennial Congress. I thank you all.
Thank you. Hey. Thank you. I don't want to get you in trouble with Uncle Kwame Pienim. Thank you very much. Let me thank our elder statesman and chairman of this occasion for the motivational speech that he gave us at the beginning of this event, and to acknowledge the Minister of Education and the Deputy Minister, also the Minister for Labor, Jobs and Employment, and our keynote speaker, Professor Katie Odro, who's the technical advisor to the Minister, to also acknowledge Professor Frimpong Boateng, former Minister of State and renowned cardiothoracic specialist, National President and Executives of NAT, Executive of TUC, my comrade Joshua and his team, delegates and members of NAT, stakeholders from the education sector, our friends from the media, and the invited guests. Before I go into my speech itself, I will just make a few comments based on the demands that were made by my comrade. He read the speech and he acknowledged all the good, positive things. Then when he got there, he said, and now we demand. And I said, he's gone into the union mode. But we're comrades, so we understand when the Choboy message starts coming. But I mean, very legitimate issues that he raised. I remember that a single spine was introduced by the President Kufuor government. Negotiations had taken place, and it had not been concluded when Professor Mills won, and I came in as his vice president. And just before the Kufuor administration left office, they threw a lump sum increment and dumped the single spine on us. But Comrade Joshua and all his colleagues, Professor Bai and all of Dr. Bai and all of them, decided that they said, no, we're not going to accept it. We'll negotiate with the new government. And so it took quite a while for the negotiations to take place. But eventually, we managed to get a spine that was working. It was not exactly straight, a bit crooked, but at least everybody got something, you know. And so we started paying the arrears and all that, and we managed to get through all that before we left office in 2016. Since then, a few things have happened. The spine is very crooked now, and everybody is unhappy. Everybody is unhappy with the spine. And so, of course, TUC raised it with us and asked if we could look at the whole salary structure again. And I can say that we're very willing to do that so that we're able to remunerate people better so that they can give off their best in terms of what we ask them to do. President also raised the issue of dedicated funding for basic education. I think it's very important. Currently, we have earmarked funding in the GET fund for senior high school. And so it looks like senior high school has funding available and ready whenever it's needed. Unfortunately, basic is not the same. Capitation grant has been in arrears for several quarters. And so teaching and learning at the basic level is suffering. And it is exactly at that level that critical learning takes place, at least in literacy, numeracy, and critical thinking. And that prepares the child for, subsequent education in secondary and tertiary. And so if we miss that stage, the children come out of the BECE, and when they come into secondary school and other tertiary education institutions, the material is just impossible to work with, because the basic understanding has been missed at the basic level. And so it's something that we need to think through together. Later in my speech, I'll address a few things about foundational learning. And so we need to look at that critically again. A few years ago, we did a new pension reform. Everybody was happy, tier 2, tier 3. it looks like the time has come for us to look at it again. And so again, TUC, as the leader of organized labor, raised it with us. And I told Comrade Joshua and his team that we're prepared to put together a working team to look at the whole pension reform and come up with some suggestions and see how we can improve it so that everybody is happy and feels secure going into retirement. And a safe and secure working environment is a must. Indeed, I saw that video of I think it was a maths teacher being beaten because when he was invigilating, he refused to allow our children to cheat. And they had a sense of entitlement. And so why did you not allow us to cheat? And the unfortunate thing is that the matter went to the police station, and the parents of the students went to the police, and they said they settled the matter amicably. I mean, how is that? This is assault, it's criminal, you know. But when we inquired, the police also said, I think the teacher was compensated, so he didn't want to press charges anymore. But I said, at least the children should have been booked, they should have been taken through the legal process, and at least, if nothing at all, they should have been bonded to be of good behavior for a period of time. And then we'll believe that justice has been done. But just for parents to come and, you know, pay a little compensation, it will encourage others to do the same. You know, and so as for assaults on teachers, I am with you 100%. We will deal with it. And so it's a singular honor for me to address this distinguished gathering at the 54th National Delegate Conference of the Ghana National Association of Teachers, convened under the timely and forward-looking theme, Education and Development, the GAS at 50, reflecting, reviewing, revising, and growing the profession and the unions. This theme is both historic and strategic because it invites us to reflect on 5 decades of service by the Ghana Education Service, while challenging us to review what has worked and revise what must change, and boldly grow the teaching profession and organized labor to respond to the demands of a rapidly evolving world. Education has always been the most reliable engine of national development. Every political, social, and economic milestone Ghana has achieved carries the fingerprints of teachers. Behind every doctor, every engineer, every entrepreneur, public servant, president, like myself, stands a teacher who believed, guided, corrected, and inspired us to be who we are. Indeed, a good student is the function of a good teacher. And that is why this government places teacher welfare, professionalism, and dignity at the center of our national education strategy. This commitment is not rhetorical, it is deliberate, and we'll budget for it. In the 2025 budget, the government paid millions of cedis in teacher training allowances. We restored promotion eligibility up to the rank of director and placed over 30,000 diploma teachers who upgraded to degree status onto the appropriate salary scale. In addition, we are developing the modalities for implementing the 20% base pay incentive for teachers who work in deprived and hard-to-reach areas. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not acts of charity. They are strategic investments in quality education and national transformation. Teachers, through their unions, have also demonstrated foresight and responsibility. Today, the Ghana National Association of Teachers is recognized as the most progressive and forward-thinking trade unions in Ghana. Beyond advocacy for teachers' rights and teacher welfare, NAT has built strong economic institutions that secure the future of its members. The Teachers Fund is widely recognized as one of the best managed workers' funds in the country. It is grounded in transparency, prudence, and long-term value creation for its members. And once again, on your behalf, we extend our appreciation to Uncle Kwame Pianim for being the father of the Teachers Fund. Through the Teachers Fund's properties and Teachers Fund financial services, NAT has demonstrated that organized labor can combine solidarity with enterprise. Most notably, NAT's strategic investment in Aviance Ghana, a major ground handling service provider at our international airport, shows that unions can be active players in strategic sectors of the national economy. This is a powerful example of how unionism, enterprise, and national development can reinforce one another. I need not mention the several hostels NAT has built, including your imposing national headquarters with one of the few multi-story car parks in Accra City. There are further opportunities that NAT has taken advantage of, which is the Ghana-Sweden Medical Center that was mentioned here. And I see opportunities for us to create a partnership under the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. The Ghana Medical Trust Fund is going to diagnose and treat non-communicable diseases. And so the Ghana-Sweden Cancer Center is going to be a partner to the Ghana Medical Trust Fund in treating non-communicable diseases, cancers and others. We also are looking to partner with the Ghana National Association of Teachers in the area of housing. And I remember the last time I met with the president, Uncle Kwame Pianim, and the team from NAT. I promised you that in the budget, we're going to make available a lump sum and coordinate with NAT, and I think you are accompanied by Republic Bank to start a housing scheme for teachers. And so this year, the Minister of Finance has put 500 million cedis in the budget. That money is going to be paid into a housing fund, a revolving fund. NAT will put some money in, Republic Bank will put some money in, and teachers would apply, and the houses will be built in the area that you want the house to be built. And if by coincidence the house is in your area of posting, then the money you would have paid as rent to some landlord will go to paying the cost of your own house, so that when you retire, you won't go to your grandfather's house and say, this was my grandmother's room, and go fighting with your relatives. And so we're going to work out the modalities of the housing fund. This year we're putting 500. Next year we're going to put 1 billion cedis in that housing fund. Ladies and gentlemen, it is appropriate for government to deepen its partnership with NAT further. And I'm pleased to inform you that government is actively exploring arrangements to make suitable lands available to assess the housing project that I just talked about. We're going to ask all the districts to provide land so that we can implement this housing project. This collaboration is aimed at improving the teachers' living standards, strengthening teacher retention, particularly in rural areas, and ensuring that those who educate the nation live with dignity and security. Distinguished delegates, we must admit that our educational system faces a severe crisis. Basic level education has been neglected over the past few years. A lack of teaching and learning materials, including basic textbooks, non-payment of capitation grants, poor teacher retraining and quality, inadequate school infrastructure have resulted in a situation where students graduate from the basic level with weak skills in numeracy, literacy, and critical thinking. We must therefore strengthen foundational learning in our basic schools to achieve better outcomes in later years of study at the secondary and tertiary levels. The National Education Consultative Forum held in Ho in February last year discussed many of these challenges and set them out in its final report. Government intends to implement the recommendations outlined in the report over the next 3 years. While the free senior high school policy has expanded access, we must be honest, access without quality is incomplete progress. The double track system, though a temporary response to capacity constraints, has reduced teacher contact hours, and strained teachers, and both teachers and infrastructure. We're therefore taking decisive action. The 2026 budget marks a clear turning point. The government is committing substantial resources to upgrading 30 Category C SHS schools to Category B schools. We're also expanding facilities in Category B and Category A schools in order that they have adequate space for more children. We're also completing 30 abandoned E-blocks all over the country to increase capacity in secondary schools, including building new community day schools, E-blocks, in high-density population areas so that students can live at home and easily get to school. These will be high-quality schools, but the students, because they are in the urban population, do not need to go and stay on campus. They can commute to school every day, and they'll still get their one hot meal in the afternoon. We're also constructing 200 kindergartens, 200 primary schools, and 200 junior high schools in all districts of the country. This is from the Government of Ghana budget. There's also a budget that the district assemblies have, and they are supposed to build 2 senior high schools, 2 basic schools every year, including kindergartens. And so this is from the Ministry of Education budget, but there's also a budget for the District Assembly's Common Fund. And then under the Teacher Dabre, we are building 400 4-unit teacher bungalows nationwide. This is a start. And these are going to be built especially in the rural areas, so that teachers who are posted in the rural areas at least can find a place to lay their heads. This is just a beginning. We're going to increase the numbers over the next few years so that every teacher can get a place to stay and give off their best in their schools. In addition, millions of curriculum-based textbooks are going to be distributed, and schools and educational directorates will receive buses, pickup trucks, and administrative vehicles. Indeed, the procurement of the vehicles is beginning. There are 200 buses for secondary schools and other schools, and then pickups for headmasters and the administrations to be able to carry out their duties. This will strengthen teaching, supervision, and accountability. In addition, we're procuring 2 million steel dual desks. We want to permanently end the pitiful sight of children sitting on stones or lying on their stomachs to read or write, especially in rural schools. And we estimate that about 2 million steel dual desks will make sure that every Ghanaian child in every school will have a desk to be able to sit on in dignity and write or read. In 2025 alone, the free SHS program received 3.5 billion Ghana cedis under the GET Fund. This has been the highest allocation since its inception, and this has strengthened logistics, feeding, and learning conditions in our secondary schools. I'm pleased to announce that about 100 double-track schools have already reverted to single track. And the government remains firmly committed to abolishing the double-track system entirely through a focused 2-year intervention, which we call the Ghana Secondary Learning Improvement Project, GSLIP. This project will improve access and quality and restore full-time schooling for all students. And so this year and next year are the implementation years. And by the time we finish implementation, there will be no secondary school implementing double track in this country. We've all been shocked by the poor outcome of the last WASI. There has been a culture of silence surrounding the widespread cheating in our exam halls across the country. Heads of schools who are required to provide a performance bond to achieve a 100% pass rate have either looked on or turn a blind eye to examination malpractices. All this has been done to embellish the performance of certain batches of SHS graduates to make some people look good. Well, the chickens have come home to roost. This shows that choosing expediency over effectiveness can only be a temporary veneer and will eventually be exposed. Cheating in exams is corruption, and it is sad to encourage our children to be corrupt at such an early stage in their lives. Ethical integrity is key to their future. We will not give up strict invigilation, and therefore we must implement the reforms that equip our students to be able to enter the exam hall with confidence and pass their exams through diligent study and schoolwork rather than by cheating. And I pledge that we will work with you, the teachers' associations, to make sure that we're able to achieve these reforms. At the tertiary level, there are several initiatives being implemented. Our no-fee stress initiative have removed financial barriers for first-year students. Of the 178,745 who were enrolled this year, 152,698 were successfully validated and reimbursed by the Student Loan Trust Fund. Parliament has also passed the Scholarship Authority Bill, and this reform will end cronyism and political interference in the award of scholarships. It will promote transparency and fairness, and it will align scholarships with Ghana's national skills and development priorities. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, we've emerged from a period of severe economic crisis. Our economy has severely been buffeted by a debt crisis and macroeconomic instability, which is characterized by high inflation and a weakening currency. While prudent management of the economy has yielded positive results, there's still much work to do. We've increased educational spending in 2026 by 10% over the 2025 levels. And yet still this amounts to 3.1% of GDP. And this falls short of the minimum 4% recommended by UNESCO. We'll continue to increase education spending over the next 3 years to meet the UNESCO targets. However, every cedi allocated to education must be spent efficiently in order that we realize the full value of our investment. And one of the ways we want to increase educational funding is the Constitution says that the District Assembly's Common Fund should be between 5% and 8% of gross national revenues. During the last government, they reduced it from 7.5% at the end of 2016 to 5%. And so it's our intention to increase it by 1% every year over the next 3 years so that we can build it back to the 7.5 or 8%. Now I want to allocate that extra 3% that goes to the district assemblies to the education and health sectors. And once we do that, we'll be able to hit the UNESCO target of 4% dedicated funding for the education sector. We've emerged from a dark period of oppression in our educational sector. Many school heads were sacked or transferred for speaking up when things were not going well. And yet the best way to grow our education sector is through transparency, freedom of speech, and even criticism where necessary. As president, I can assure you that I'll protect your right to speak up and to point out when things are not going well. My comrades and friends, as we mark 50 years of the Ghana Education Service, let us recommit to a renewed partnership between government, teachers, and organized labor. The future of education in Ghana will not be built on budgets alone, but on trust, dialogue, professionalism, and shared responsibility. I wish the Ghana National Association of Teachers a successful conference and look forward to the resolutions that will shape the next chapter of our education delivery teacher professionalism, and unionism in our country. God bless Ghana's teachers, and God bless our homeland, Ghana. I thank you.
Round of applause for our president, for the President of the Republic of Ghana. Mr. President, we are grateful. We are grateful for the wonderful message. National anthem. Look at it. Let's sing. God bless our homeland. Can we ready go? God bless our homeland, Ghana,
And make our nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Fill our hearts with true humility, make us cherish fearless honesty, and help us to resist oppressors rule with all our will and might forevermore. And help us to resist oppressors rule with all our will and might forevermore.
Thank you very much. Let's take our seat. We are bringing proceedings to an end. Please, when we are up, you wait for the president to leave before we also. Yeah.
For the president to make a formal
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Mr. President, we shake our declare.
Sorry, I didn't perform one more duty. And so it's my honor and privilege to declare the conference quadrennial conference duly open. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My concluding remarks will be very short. I think the president didn't want me to counter all his propaganda. What we have heard today is very impressive. And as they say in my village, umpewe na pedie. I think with a combination of the Minister for Education and the President, both very good at listening. When I say that, I get into trouble with my people. There are three things I wanted to bring to His Excellency's attention. As I said, if you climb a good tree, then you need a helping hand. The first is the cancer treatment center that we are building. When Ghanaians took over the land, immediately the developers and the land grabbers moved in to try to take over the land. The land originally acquired took into consideration the fact that with cancer treatment, some of them is radioactive, and therefore the walls are very thick to prevent leaking, any radioactive leaking into the community. And people are developing housing very too close. So one of the support we want from Your Excellency's government is to please encourage the Minister for Lands, the Greater Accra Lands Commission, and the Environmental Protection Authority to make sure that they secure the place for us so that we are here to cure cancer not to cause it. The second point we wanted to bring to you, and it's already been highlighted, the keynote speaker and the Honorable Minister, and you yourself have said it, that it relates to your resetting agenda. The compensation of teachers is important. And therefore, on the resetting agenda, make sure that when you make the structures, the equivalent of a teacher to any other profession, there should be a 20% premium for the teachers. This is the only way to attract the best brains of the country into the teaching field. Let's compensate them very well. The third one relates to the funding for cancer treatment. All of us of black ancestry from West Africa are prone to prostate cancer and breast cancer. And 2.5% of all of us here will sooner than later get some cancer. So when we are contributing and you don't get it, say, but for the grace of God, there I sit. And Mr. President, I congratulate you and commend you for the Mahama Care. It is supposed to provide funding for the very poor, for whom sickness may be devastating and destroying the family. Our plea is that we would like to collaborate with the Mahama Care. And we want you to put in every year a grant of 40 million Ghana cedis. And customers, patients from the Mahama Care will get free diagnostic services, not only for cancer, for cardiothoracic, and for kidney diseases. That's a quick procure. Your Excellency, we are trying to get the Teachers Fund related affiliates to put in money. And the teachers themselves, I'm sure delegates will live here by increasing their contribution to the Cancer Fund. From 5 cedis a month for 5 people, that is 1 cedi per family member, to 30, which will be 6 cedis per family member. I wanted more, but the General Secretary said, no, it's fine. So we'll be putting in this money and then grow it for the next 5 years, do the satellite ones, and then hopefully it becomes commercially viable and be able to go on its own steam. And as part of the funding for the Cancer Center, Mr. President, we are going to institute on every Teachers' Day a national lottery. And the national lottery will have 3 prizes: 4-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom. We estimate about 1.5% of the population to participate at about 50, 100, if it's 100 cedis per ticket to win one of these houses, and 10 electric motorbicycles. Then we generate about 90 million, and we can use 20 million for prizes, and the balance will go to support the Teachers Fund. We are working closely with Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng and actuarial scientists to make sure that a mutual fund is set up for the health and safety of the teachers. As you know, communicable diseases start from the schools. Especially the young ones, they go to school and bring it back. So if a teacher is healthy, it means the community is healthy. And therefore, we should continue to work like that. So, Your Excellency, Mr. President, thank you very much for supporting the teachers and all that we've heard. I think it was not just slapping each other on the back. The keynote speaker showed us where we've been going wrong and where we need to strengthen. And he did not mince words by telling us what exactly we need to do. And with your support, Mr. President, I think we'll be going very far. And I thank you, but as I said from the beginning, all the things that you have promised, maybe we should not have prayed for another bill. If we do that, probably you'll destroy my party. As a young man in Fantinu town, you know, the CPP rallies were held just behind my house. And that's when the Cho Boy was there. So when you say Cho Boy, I mean, we of the elephant fraternity are not too happy. And I saw the president always go in the CPP, Cho Boy, yeah, yeah. So, thank you very much. And teachers, delegates, please support your members. There's only one thing that I wanted to add, but I was being advised, please don't do that. Mr. President, we congratulate you for your appointment as the AU chair for reparation. I also understand you are tapped to be the next OAU president. And one of the things I wanted to appeal to the teachers, pre-tertiary education, there is no reason for there not to be one union speaking with one voice for all teachers. And I'm appealing to you, Mr. President, to task your very able Minister for Education to give you a quarterly briefing at what is happening so that by the time we end 2026, we'll have one strong union speaking for pre-tertiary education. If we do this to support you, then you can unite Africa. Thank you for the honor.
Thank you very much. Let's clap for Papa Pianim. We thank the President of the Republic. Please, photographs. Chobai! Chobai! Wai! Yeah. Yes, we also had the Regional Director of Education. Please, photographs. Regional Director of Education was also here with us, the NACLAS Queens, our unions, NAGRA, Breakout, Chief Superintendent, Dr. Abba was also here, and then the Vice Chancellor, UEW, was also here with us, and all other dignitaries that we couldn't mention them. So again, Teachers Fund trustees, grandmothers, we thank all of you for coming. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's clap for them while they leave us. NAGAD President, Mr. Kawonu is here. Hello. Let's remain standing while they leave us. Please, let's remain standing. We have some notices for ourselves, so please, we should not go out yet. Let's not go out yet. Thank you very much. We can take our seats. Please, let's take our seats so we can take some announcements. Please, let's take our seats. Yes, let's resume our seats. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, all of you, for coming. Thank you, all of you, for coming.
Joy, 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 joy. Carry on, like a river. Go like a river. Joy, 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 joy. Like a river. Like a river. Joy like a river. Oh, joy like a river. Like a river. Joy like a river. Joy like a river in my soul.
Please, let's resume our seats for some announcements.
Joy like a river. Joy like a river. Joy like a river.
Let's dance into our seats. Dance into your seats. Thank you very much. Let's dance in our seats as we take some announcements.
Please, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please, we have something to do. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please. We have invited, hello, we have invited other teacher unions. They are here, and the foreign guests are also here. They need to give us some solidarity messages, and so please, let's not go out. Then the sister unions, teacher unions, also give us a solidarity message. Then we are bringing it to a close. So please, let's not go out yet. Let's not go out yet. Let's not go out yet. Okay, so while we get ourselves organized, all delegates are here. I want to see if you are here. Are you here? Are you here? We have 74 delegates from the northern region. Are you here? Northern region, are you here? I have not seen you. Right. We have 31 delegates from the upper west region. Are you here? Hey, upper west. We have 32 from upper east. Are you here? We have 68 delegates coming from the central region. Are you here? Right. So we have the 128 from the Ashanti region. Are you with us? Thank you. The 86 from Brongahafo. Are you all around? Aha. The 56 from the Greater Accra. Are you here with us? 61 from Western region. Akawana. Eastern region. Hey, Chairman. 68 from the Eastern region. Are you here? 82 from the Eastern region. 82. Thank you very much. Volta has 74. Are you here? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Colleagues, we are now going to take the solidarity message and we start with the foreign.
Thank you very much. So let's invite Senator Dominic Diemsua from the Republic of Liberia. Let's keep clapping, please.
Okay, I will stand on the existing protocols as I deliver to you this fraternal message on the occasion of the 7th Quadrennial and 54th Delegate Convention of the Ghana National Association of Teachers. On behalf of the government and people of the Republic of Liberia, aiding through the Ministry of Education and National Teachers Association of Liberia, the umbrella organization of teachers in Liberia, I extend a warm fraternal greetings and sincere congratulations to the leadership, delegate, an entire member of the Ghana National Association of Teachers on the occasion of your 7th Quadrennial and 54th National Delegate Convention here in Accra. This historic convention covered under the theme Education and Development, the GS at 50, reflecting, revising, reviewing, and growing the profession in the unions, is both timely and forward-looking. It provides an invaluable platform for reflection on 5 decades of service by the Ghana Education Service, while charting renewed path for strengthening the teaching profession and trade unionism in response to contemporary educational and development challenges. NICE's enduring contributions to teachers' welfare, professional integrity, and quality education delivery have firmly positioned the association as a pillar of Ghana's educational advancement and a respected voice within the West African region. Your consistent leadership within the West African Teachers Union, WATUD, and Education International ER continues to promote regional solidarity, collective bargaining strength, and continental advocacy for teachers' rights and professional development. The Liberia Ministry of Education through NTL, that's the National Teachers Association of Liberia, highly value the long-standing fraternal relations and spirit of cooperation that exists between our 2 associations. We remain committed to strengthening collaboration, sharing best practices, and advancing joint advocacy within WATU, ER Africa, and other international platforms in pursuit of improved education systems and enhanced professional status for teachers across our region. We reached the 7th Quadrennial and 54th Delegate Convention successful deliberations and commend NAT for its unwavering dedication to growing the profession and strengthening teachers' union. Please accept the assurances of our highest fraternal and esteemed solidarity. Yours fraternally, Dominic Diemsua, Senior Secretary General and Head of Secretariat, National Teachers Association of Liberia. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Senator. We'll go ahead and invite the General Secretary from the Teachers Union of Uganda, Baguma Philbert Bates. Please, with a round of applause, let's welcome him to the podium. Let's keep clapping. Thank you very much.
Solidarity. The first one, you say power. The second, pesa. And the third one, forever. Solidarity. 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 Forever. Thank you very much. I'm Baguma Philbert Bates, the General Secretary, Uganda National Teachers Union. I came with a delegation, and I will request them to stand. I have my president, who is here, Mr. Tumuhimbi Sezadok. I came over with the national treasurer, Mr. Sally John. I came with the communications manager, Namata Win, and my personal secretary, Mojisha Diana. This is the solidarity message from Uganda National Teachers Union to the Ghana National Association of Teachers. On the occasion of the 7th Quadrennial and 54th National Delegates Conference, held this 5th day of January 2026 at the University of Professional Studies, Accra. The Uganda National Teachers Union, UNATU, extends fraternal greetings and heartfelt congratulations to the leadership, the delegates, and the entire membership of the Ghana National Association of Teachers as you convene your 7th Quadrennial and 54th National Delegates Conference under the theme, Education and Development, the Ghana Education Services at 50, reflecting, reviewing, revising, and growing the profession and the unions. We salute NAT for its unwavering commitment to defending teachers' rights, advancing professional growth, and promoting quality education in Ghana and beyond. This year's theme is both timely and inspiring, underscoring the critical role of education in national development, while reminding us of the need to continually reflect, review, and adapt in order to strengthen the profession and our unions. As Uganda National Teachers Union, we proudly recognize NAT as one of the role model teachers unions in Africa. Your impressive investment portfolio, extensive member services, and wide-ranging benefits stand out as best practices in our continent's labor movement. These achievements demonstrate how a strong and visionary union can transform the lives of teachers and elevate the profession to greater heights. We were truly honored to host NAT during our 18th, 19th, and 20th annual delegates conferences in Uganda. Your participation enriched our discussions and deepened our sense of shared response as African teacher unions. As we move forward into the next strategic period, UNATU aspires to draw lessons from your rich experiences and successes, which we regard as valuable for strengthening our own union. On this note, I want to thank the past leaders and managers of NAT. I want to believe you must be very happy senior citizens, because there is a saying that you can never be successful until you get a successful successor. And therefore, the pride of NAT goes beyond the current leadership to the former leaders and managers. We are also encouraged that this conference is being honored by the presence of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana. Such recognition at the highest level of state underscores the centrality of teachers and their unions in shaping national development agendas. And I want to affirm that you did not waste your votes as Ghanaians. On behalf of Uganda National Teachers Union, we reaffirm our solidarity with the NAT and with all teachers of Ghana. I want to appreciate the presence of other teachers' unions in Ghana. That solidarity is what we look forward to. And the chairman, Ebri, said it, that by the end of this year, the Ghana teachers should be speaking the same language under one voice. How we wish that comes to reality. We stand with you in the noble mission of uplifting and teaching profession and advancing quality public education for all. May your deliberations be fruitful, your resolutions forward-looking, and your vision for the future of education bold and transformative. Education is a right, not a privilege. We wish you success at your 7th quadrennial and the 54th National Delegates Conference. Solidarity, solidarity, solidarity. Long live NAT. Long live UNATU. Proudly UNATU, committed, connected, and accountable to the members' cause. I am impressed by your motto, we live to teach. And as Ugandans under UNATU, our motto is, because we are, the nation is. Because we are, there is no profession that was not born by the teaching profession. And therefore, the teaching profession is the mother of all for God and my country. I remain Baguma Philbert Bates, the General Secretary, Uganda National Teachers Union.
Thank you very much. We can do better than that. Okay. And we invite Sir Maurice Saliu Kunta from Sierra Leone, the Secretary General of the Sierra Leone Teachers Union. Please, let's give him a round of applause. Sir Maurice, we are ready for you.
I am Maurice Saliu Conte, Secretary General of the Sierra Leone Teachers Union. The solidarity message we have sent to colleagues in the Ghana National Association of Teachers. And it reads, we deeply appreciate the invitation extended to the SLTU to be part of your quadrennial conference and wish on behalf of the executive and entire membership of the Sierra Leone Teachers Union to register our warmest greetings, felicitations to all your esteemed brothers and sisters of the Ghana National Association of Teachers. I extend solidarity greetings on behalf of all the teacher family in Sierra Leone to our colleague teachers here in Ghana. Your well-chosen theme for this delegates conference is not only timely, but appropriate. Education and development. The GES at 50, reflecting, reviewing, and growing the profession and the unions. Therefore, it's appropriate for all of us, more so delegates, to have an opportunity to discuss and make amends, revising issues from time to time. I also offer sincere congratulations on the accomplishment of NAT over the past 4 years. We are hopeful that this conference will launch 4 more years of significant accomplishments for NAT. I want to thank you. Long live the SLTU. Long live the Ghana National Association of Teachers. Long live SLTU NAT Solidarity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sir Morris. We can do better than that, please. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly let's welcome Master Angel Kwabonu to speak for the teacher unions. We can clap. Let's keep clapping. There's an angel in the house. If you want blessings, keep clapping. The only angel that shouts away. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Choboy! Choboy! Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you greetings from the Delegates Conference, the National Council, and national officers of NAGRAT, and also to bring you fraternal greetings from the entirety of NAGRAT members and all unionized teachers in this country. The Ghana National Association of Teachers undoubtedly is the largest teacher union in this country. Because it is over 90 years. And NAGRAT is very happy to fraternize with NAT because NAGRAT is most vibrant. As a matter of fact, the collaboration is very strong So I saw certain t-shirts this morning that looked like mine. So I realized that we have been learning from each other. This time, you have learned from me, and next time, I also learn from you. On a more serious note, the unity that the chairman of the occasion talked about is already in motion. The relationship between the leaders of the 3 teacher unions is so much that it is even bringing about suspicion of certain collaboration. But that is not so. We have decided to be matured. We have realized that when we collaborate, we can get things for our teachers. We've also realized that the politician is quick to take advantage of division amongst us. And as a result of that, your president and general secretary, President Ali of Pretag, and myself have decided that on any issue of critical concern, we will come together and issue a statement together. Ladies and gentlemen, personally, this is a critical moment for me because this is my last assignment as president of NAGRAT. Because on Thursday, I hand over as president to another vibrant president of NAGRAT, Mr. Jacob Anaba. And that I cherish every moment working with your top officers. I cherish every moment that I have fought for the teacher, and I cherish every moment that I've been very controversial. Because any man who is not controversial cannot call himself a man. And that even if you are wrong, you defend your position because of your convictions. On this note, I wish this delegates conference a success, and then the outcomes will in no doubt enhance the wherewithal of the Ghanaian teacher. Thank you very much.
Choboy! You will miss your Choboy. You will miss your Choboy. Thank you very much. Honorable delegates and observers and invited guests, we have come to the end of the formal opening. We have a very important assignment to do just after here. But after here, we are going to have the breakout sessions. So before we go for the snacks, we will need to know the topics and their numbers. We will go into the hall, the big block, white block, just after this hall. So we have 7 lecture halls well labeled with the topics I'm coming to mention. I believe by now all of you know the groups you are supposed to be in. Oh, it has been on your delegate, what I gave the regional secretaries and chairman, it has been on your platforms. Please, if it's not there, kindly shift it to your delegate platforms. Everybody must know where they are. It has come out long time. Topic 1. And the room they are going to be was LBC. The lecture halls are referred to as LBC. So LBC 203. That is the room 1. And the topic is addressing the housing needs of the Ghanaian teacher. Into bracket, the teacher Dabre. So we will have a speaker and a moderator for that particular place, with Mr. Baba Kasim being the secretary to the group. Topic 2, there will be in LBC 204. In fact, all the names and topics have been attached to the various places. LBC 204, and they are in 2 rooms that the petition is going to be open, so it will become 1 room. So petition rooms AB is going to be for the topic 2, and that is the effective management of pensions in Ghana. Effective management of pensions in Ghana. We will have a speaker and a moderator, with Mr. William Bodu Abedi William being the secretary to that particular committee. Topic 3, they will meet in LBC 205. LBC 205. And the topic is financing pre-tertiary education in Ghana. Financing pre-tertiary education in Ghana. Again, they also have a moderator and a speaker, with Mr. Ibrahim Adobasom being the secretary to that group. Honorable members, topic 4, they will meet in LBC 201. LBC 201, and the topic is trade union renewal. Trade union renewal. The moderator and the speakers are all in our document. Topic 5, LBC 301 will be their venue. LBC 301 will be their venue. And the topic is attracting quality teachers to ensure quality education in Ghana. Attracting quality teachers to ensure quality education in Ghana. And so we'll have the speakers and then the moderators. Mr. Baba Yusuf will be the regional, the secretary to that particular group. And then we'll also go to LBC 304, which will be the venue for topic 6. LBC 304 will be the venue for topic 6. That topic is not mutual health and safety for teachers. Not mutual health and safety for teachers. And they will meet in LBC 304 with their moderators and the speakers. Now we have the last topic, that is topic 7 in LBC 305. LBC 305. Again, 2 rooms are going to be opened together, and we're going to have Galamsey, Galamsey and its impact on education. Galamsey and its impact on education. So you will get a moderator and a speaker. Mr. Kpapo D. Peter D. Kpapo Achem will be the secretary to that one. Please, topic 6. Cosmos Enukwao will be the secretary. Honorable members, as I indicated, the topics are there on the walls of that particular place. So if you go there, you will see the topics labeled like this on each of the rooms that I have mentioned. Kindly identify your topic and go there appropriately. So after snack, that is going to be the arrangement. So please, let us ensure that we get into one place or the other based on the arrangement already made. We are grateful to all of you for coming. After the refreshment arrangement, we will call the closing prayer. Then we'll end officially the program for this morning. So, Madam, where are you going?
Before we do that, please let's kindly recognize the presence of the Director General of our dear Ghana Education Service, Professor Kofi Davis. I believe you can do better than that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Please take note. All our invited guests, our international guests, and all other invited guests, please, we will be sitting on the first floor lobby. First floor lobby, so. And then delegates and all observers, we all know where we are supposed to go for our snacks, respectfully. Thank you very much. So let's have the closing prayer. Yes. Yes. Let's now invite Imam Shaibu Napuru Yusuf with a rousing clap offering. Alhamdulillah. Oh, please continue clapping.
Thank you so much, Madam MC. Let's pray.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, before we started this program, we promised when we are done successfully, we'll not forget to thank you. We are here and we are going to express our appreciation to you for granting us a successful program. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Oh Allah, we thank you for our lives. We thank you for the success of this program. We'll continue to ask you because we know you are the Lord who never gets tired with our request. As we are ending this session, we ask that Almighty Allah, the leadership of the nation, they were here and they made a lot of promises. It is through you that we are asking that you grant them the energy, the direction, the wisdom, and the resources needed to be able to fulfill these promises so that the Ghanaian teacher will be better off. Guide them in their executive so that they will take decisions that will inure to the benefits of the ordinary Ghanaian, especially the teacher. We ask you for direction of the leadership of the NAT and all those of us gathered in here at conference. Guide our steps. Light our ways. Grant us whatever that is needed so that at the end of the day, when we are done, we'll not forget to say Alhamdulillah. We ask all this and many others through the power of Ya Allah Ya Razak, Ya Allah Ya Rahman, Ya Allah Ya Qudus, Ya Allah Ya Salam, Ya Allah Ya Latif, Ya Allah Ya Zal Jalal wal Ikram, Ya Man laysa laka mithlu shay'un wa huwa samiun alim, wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. Allahumma iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alayhim ghayril maghdubi 'alayhim waladdallin.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, honorable members. Our guests, please, solidarity. Solidarity, please. Shall we be up? Shall we be up, please, honorable members? Solidarity, please. Hold your hands. We are holding our hands together. We're going to shout solidarity. Please, our guests, our necklace queens, thank you very much. Our guests, please, protocol, please guide our guests. Protocol, please guide our guests so we can have a smooth
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum.
Past national officers, please.
Hello? What's it?
documents are missing. I hope in my clear bag for some documents. If you have found it, please bring it to me so that we can identify the owner and give it to you. Thank you.
Oh man, so Obiara Kutuno. So mi mo, mira so mi mo na, oh so mi mo, eje so mi mo na, so mi mo, eje so mi mo, so mi mo, eje so mi mo na, so mi mo, eje so mi mo na, oh mi te rosi apa mi te. Adia Yesu ya mami do sorara minyu beye deina sasira oye yesu beye deina Adia Yesu ya mami do sorara minyu beye deina oh basira no. Our God, we will celebrate our God, we will. Our God, we will celebrate. Oh, we will celebrate every. We
Hello. We are starting the session at 2. We are starting the syndicate sessions at 2. Please, we are starting the syndicate sessions at 2. Please take note of that.
Hello.